Okay, so let's begin today's class. So you just have to go to the board website and download the notes for most of the subjects, including English, including history. Everything is there. So I think slowly, let us shift away from this online, whatever we are doing, because it's a little bit of stress and strain looking at the camera, the screen all the time. Okay, Unit 5, a few basic concepts. Let me begin today. Now, the first thing is it starts with a question. So, can you imagine what might have happened today if print culture was not there? This book, or any book, or any textbook that you have, which you depend on for your class or for your education, it is a printed form. That means it has been printed in some machine, mass produced, and you also have a copy. So imagine if that was not there.
It will be very
We
difficult.
won't have book.
Students,
There'd be no students,
teachers,
no school, no exams, no boards, no competition, no civilization. Everyone would remain barbarians and wild savages. Knowledge is perhaps the most important resource or asset or wealth of a person. You may earn money, you may earn property, you may earn power, but if you don't earn knowledge and wisdom, all that you have done is meaningless. So it's a bit of a philosophical question that starts with what would have happened, or can you imagine what might have happened today if print culture was not there? Firstly, there would be a lot of misunderstanding. So fake news, rumors would be there, and people would generally be in a very disturbed state. And so the importance of books of your education, please do not minimize it. So let's begin with how did it begin? Firstly, it starts with the oral tradition. That means whatever teachers have to teach and explain to others, they would explain orally. That means pass it on from generation to generation by word of mouth. So civilizations, the more quickly they develop reading, writing, they get more advanced, more organized. Okay, coming to the point, the first country is China. And the first process is xylography. Xylography is also the same as calligraphy or woodcut. Looking at the script that is here, can you imagine the time that it would have been taken just to carve one single block from this? When you have something in printed form, it encourages you to read. That's why we keep saying it. Lekha simtang, lekha simtang.
like paro, like
Lyric Bio, lyric pro, right? So that's how I think this also started. We are encouraged to read, look at it, read it. So how did it start? It didn't start right away into schools and books and syllabus, this and that. We have to look at the imperial state of China. So the state controlled it, and they wanted more people to be educated, and they even had examinations. The Chinese, in their wisdom, this led to their urbanization. So China was booming. Let's say the urban culture was booming, and then others also picked it up. Next is the use of technology. Things have to evolve as per science or as per the basic common sense of man. What you have to remember, as per your books, is the shifting or the change from wood to metal. Remember, xylography relates to wood, and then the first printing method by 1450, Gutenberg combined metal type and the printing press produced a book. Now, this was called Gutenberg's Bible. This is the first using metal, not wood. The key ingredient here is paper. Paper was also first began to be used in China. So this was very successful. It spread very quickly. As they say, it went viral, just as something that even TikTok, PUBG became very viral, and now everyone is infected. In the beginning, there might have been one or two people playing PUBG. Now almost every teenager is addicted to it. Okay, these are wrong and negative terms. But if Gutenberg didn't start printing with his small typeset book or with his Bible, we would not have books, we would not have media education, nothing. Let me tell you a bit about this history of this man. Now, he started out as a goldsmith, but he's more famous as the person who invented printing. Now, this begins the modern age in human history. You have to understand, look at the graph statistics and also how quickly the graph went up. It seems like overnight they were fools and idiots. Mingola panajo, michingta. So that process became very fast with the development of print. Take education like food or good healthy food. The knowledge that you get from schools, from teachers, from books, from going through the whole academic system, that is a proper food. But you got to be hungry. If you are not hungry, how will you eat? So anyway, just coming back to the points. Now this is 14th century, so unfortunately there is no videos of that, so I cannot show you that. I can just show you pictures and text. So the picture of Johannes Gutenberg, firstly, this is what he looks like. Little bit about his personal life. He was let down and betrayed by his friends. By 1844 he entered into partnership with Johann Fust, who financed for a printing press. That means this person, Johann Fust, he financed all the money, but Johann Fust asked him to repay the loan. And the amount was 800 guilders. He was a money lender. Now normally money lenders are not very kind people. They earn a profit by lending on money on interest. You find stories, incidents of that all over the world. Total of 1600 guilders at 6% interest now amounted to 2026 guilders. And he couldn't pay, obviously, so he had to give up the press. Imagine how heartbreaking it would have been. Now this is also one of the reasons why, unless you are sure of returns, that means of making a profit or making to repay the loan, don't ever borrow large amounts of money. If it's a trusted person or someone, that also you have a chance of breaking that relationship. Money has a way of spoiling relationships. It has a certain power. So that means he could not pay, he lost everything, and now it became zero. Now this is happening to most of us. We started off very well and then suddenly the pandemic hit us and now we are down, down, down. Some people, they lost their savings, they lost income, they came down to zero. What do they do in this situation? Either they surrender or they rebuild. Gutenberg, he did not surrender. He got help from another person called Konrad Humry. He set up another press. The moral of the story is that you will always find good people in life. There will be always people to help you out. So he continued. If he had just surrendered, we would not even have a printing press. We would not reach where we are today. This stage in history would not have happened.